Hey there, fellow music fanatics. Welcome back to Rock Lore, the channel where we dig deep into the untold stories and hidden gems of rock and roll history. We're in 2025, and while new sounds are always dropping, sometimes you just gotta spin it back to where it all began. And today, we're doing just that. You know, the history books always talk about the giants of rock from 1971, Led Zeppelin, the Rolling Stones, The Who, Carole King. Yeah, we know him, we love him. But what about the unsung heroes? The bands who released one absolute banger of a song, rocked the charts, and then vanished like a guitar solo fading into the night? Well, get ready, because 1971 was a secret goldmine for these kinds of tracks. It was a year of incredible musical explosion, a time when rock was getting heavier, more soulful, more experimental. So many bands pushed the boundaries, even if it was just for a moment. And believe me, their one big hit often told a story more wild and unforgettable than their short time in the spotlight. We're peeling back the layers of time. We're dusting off the vinyl. We're cranking up the volume on 10 forgotten one-hit wonders from 1971 rock music you absolutely need to hear. These aren't just songs. They're time capsules, forgotten chapters in the sprawling book of rock history. Stick around, because by the end of this, you'll have a whole new playlist of killer tracks and a fresh appreciation for the sheer, raw talent that was bursting out of every garage and studio back then. And trust me, the further we go down this list, the more mind-blowing these forgotten gems become. Ready to rediscover some true rock and roll magic? Let's dive in. The unsung anthems of '71. Where did they come from? Picture it, 1971. The world's still buzzing from Woodstock. The 60s dream is fading, and rock music is evolving at lightning speed. Psychedelia was still around, but harder rock, blues rock, even early progressive sounds were taking over. Bands were pushing limits, experimenting with sounds, and honestly, sometimes they just stumbled onto pure gold. A one-hit wonder, for those who might not know, is pretty simple. It's an artist or band who only ever had one single song that made a big splash on the music charts. They might have put out other great stuff, even had long careers, but for most people, that one song is all they remember. And for this list, we're focusing on the ones from 1971 that, for whatever reason, just didn't get their proper dues as the years rolled on. These are the tracks that defined that year for us, but might have slipped past even some serious rock historians. So, let's stop talking and start listening. Our countdown begins with a song that makes you think, makes you groove, and still makes perfect sense today.
And the sign said, long-haired freaky people need not apply.
Kicking off our list at number 10, we have a track so powerful, so timeless, it's honestly shocking five-man electrical band isn't talked about more. We're talking about Signs. Released in 1971, this Canadian band gave us more than just a catchy tune. They gave us an anthem. Imagine back then, the world was changing fast, and Signs captured that feeling perfectly. With its memorable opening acoustic guitar riff, it's all about challenging the rules, questioning authority, and looking at the world around you. And the sign said, long-haired freaky people need not apply. How many of us have felt that, even today?
Standing young man, I think you do. So I took off my hat and said, imagine anybody caught trespassing would be shot on sight. So I jumped on the...
This song resonated because it spoke to common struggles, from environmental issues to just wanting to be yourself without judgment. It hit the top 5 in the US and stuck with people. It's proof that a simple, honest song with a great hook can last generations. What do you think? Does this song still hit hard in 2025? But if you think that was a powerful message, Just wait until you hear our next pick. It comes from a band that shook the stage at Woodstock. And their one big hit truly captures the spirit of a generation searching for change.
Tax the rich, feed the poor, tell their own.
Moving on to number 9, we journey across the pond to Britain for 10 years after, in their epic track, I'd Love to Change the World. Now, 10 years after, we're already legends, especially after their mind-blowing performance at Woodstock. But this particular song, also from 1971, became their biggest mainstream hit. This isn't just a rock song, it's a statement. With lyrics that talk about war, poverty, and how messed up the world felt, it hit a nerve. Alvin Lee's guitar work on this track is just incredible, soulful, bluesy, and full of raw emotion.
Population keeps on breeding, nation bleeding.
It's got that quiet intensity that builds, that explodes. It captured the weariness and longing for something better that a lot of people were feeling. It's a heavy song, but in the best way possible. It still makes you think, man, some things never change. From a band that spoke for a generation to an artist who almost single-handedly brought the organ to the forefront of rock, our next entry proves you don't need a huge band to make a huge sound.
Been 40 days, learn how to sing, you know what I mean.
At number 8, we have a truly unique sound from Lee Michaels with Do You Know What I Mean? This American artist was a force, known for his incredible organ playing, often just backed by a drummer. Released in 1971, this song became his one big smash. What makes this track stand out? It's that huge, powerful organ sound, mixed with Lee Michaels' raw, soulful vocals. It's got a bluesy, almost gospel feel, but with that undeniable rock energy.
I don't know when I just saw her with my best friend.
It's the kind of song that washes over you, but then that chorus hits, and it's just pure power. It's a masterclass in how much sound two guys can make. If you love a good organ solo and vocals that hit you in the gut, this one's for you. From a soulful organ to a banjo-driven blast of pure sunshine, our next band proves rock doesn't always have to be dark and gritty. Get ready for a track that's just pure, infectious fun.
And I gotta catch a noon train, I gotta be there on time.
Next up, another fantastic Canadian band at number 7, the Stampeders with Sweet City Woman. This song, also a product of 1971, is pure sunshine and good vibes. It's an incredibly catchy tune that blends country, folk, and rock in a way that just makes you smile. The most famous part? That awesome, twangy banjo riff that kicks it off. It's got great harmonies, a feel-good melody, and it's just so happy.
So long, neighbors and friends, sweet, sweet city woman.
It was a massive hit for them, and it's a perfect example of a band trying something a little different and nailing it. It's the kind of song that makes you want to roll down the windows and just drive. A forgotten gem of pure joy. And speaking of different, if you thought that was unique, prepare yourself for number 6. It comes from a band that literally put yodeling in a rock song and made it a global hit. You won't believe your ears. All right, get ready for something completely different at number 6. From the Netherlands, prepare for Focus and their wild ride, Hocus Pocus. This instrumental powerhouse from 1971 isn't just a song. It's an experience. This track is an absolute madhouse of musical talent. You've got incredible, blistering guitar riffs, super fast drumming, and then yodeling. Yes, yodeling. It's progressive rock at its most playful and experimental. It shows just how far rock music was pushing boundaries back then. Even without words, Hocus Pocus tells a story of pure, unbridled energy and musical genius. It's a track that will leave your jaw on the floor. From Dutch prog rock insanity to an American band that brought big brass energy to the rock stage, our next pick proves that sometimes more instruments mean more power. Get ready to feel the horns. Sliding in at number 5, we have the American jazz rock fusion band Chase with their explosive hit, Get It On. Released in 1971, this song is a masterclass in blending powerful rock energy with a full-blown horn section. If you love brass instruments, this song is for you. It's got an undeniable swagger, with trumpets and trombones blaring over a tight rock rhythm section. It's high energy, infectious, and just makes you want to move. Chase showed how much depth and complexity rock could have when it embraced other genres like jazz. It's a powerful, often overlooked track that really showcases the talent of a band that burned bright. If briefly, and speaking of unique stories, our next song is probably the darkest and most controversial on this entire list. It's a chilling tale that got banned from radio stations, but its impact is undeniable. Now for something a bit darker and more controversial at number 4, Timothy by the Buoys. This song, also from 1971, tells a story that was so shocking it got banned from many radio stations. Timothy is a folk rock tune, but its lyrics are what really grab you. It's a chilling story about miners trapped underground and, well, what they had to do to survive. It's a haunting melody, and the vocals are raw and emotional. The fact that a song with such a grim, unsettling narrative became a hit shows just how much rock music was evolving to tackle difficult subjects. It's definitely not a feel-good track, but it's a powerful, unforgettable piece of rock history. From the unsettling depths of a mine to the mystical swamps of New Orleans. Our next pick is pure funk, soul, and rock magic, brought to you by a truly groundbreaking band. You're gonna want to groove to this one.
She'll put a spell on you.
At number 3, we head down south for some swampy, mystical rock with Redbone and the Witch Queen of New Orleans. This groovy track from 1971 became a huge hit and perfectly captures a unique corner of the rock scene. Redbone was an American rock band with Native American roots, and their sound was unlike anyone else. The Witch Queen of New Orleans has this fantastic, funky rhythm, amazing vocal harmonies, and lyrics that transport you to a mysterious, magical place. It's got that raw, rootsy feel, but with a pop sensibility that made it irresistible. It's a truly distinctive song that stands out from the crowd. Comma now, if you thought that was soulful. Our next entry is an absolute explosion of joy and energy, complete with a gospel choir. Get ready to clap your hands and tap your feet, because this one will lift your spirits. Coming in at number 2, we've got a blast of pure energy from Britain. Ashton, Gardner and Dyke with Resurrection Shuffle. This 1971 track is simply infectious. It's a high-octane, brass-infused rock and roll party. Imagine a gospel choir crashing a rock show. That's the vibe. It's got a huge sound, powerful vocals, and a melody that just makes you want to get up and dance. It's pure, feel-good rock and roll with a soulful twist. A truly uplifting track that deserves to be on everyone's playlist. And now, for our number 1 forgotten one-hit wonder from 1971. This song comes from a groundbreaking band, led by a powerful female voice, in an era dominated by men. It's a timeless blues rock masterpiece that deserves so much more recognition. Are you ready for it?
When I'm going to Brownsville, gonna take that right road. Yeah, I saw the man I'm loving, got green long curly.
And finally, at number 1 on our list of forgotten one-hit wonders from 1971, we have the incredibly talented Joy of Cooking with their powerful track, Brownsville. This American folk rock band was groundbreaking, led by a female vocalist in a genre that was very male-dominated at the time. Brownsville is a beautiful, bluesy, soulful rock song that just gets under your skin. It showcases their incredible musicianship and the raw power of their vocals.
Treating me this way, but I'm going back home now, feel like somebody that I never seen. Yeah.
It's a less-known gem that captures the essence of roots rock, blending folk honesty with a gritty blues edge. It's a reminder that incredible talent wasn't always at the very top of the charts, but it was absolutely there, pushing boundaries and making amazing music. What an incredible way to cap off our journey through 1971's Forgotten Gems. And there you have it, 10 forgotten one-hit wonders from 1971 rock music that prove the early 70s were packed with more incredible sounds than the mainstream remembers. These songs, these artists, they might have only had one moment in the sun, but their impact, their sheer quality, lives on. They remind us that rock and roll isn't just about the biggest names. It's about the raw talent, the unexpected hits, and the hidden stories that make the whole genre so rich and exciting. If you found a new favorite today, if you remembered an old classic, or if you just enjoyed diving deep into rock history with us, do us a huge favor. Hit that like button on this video. It tells us you want more deep dives into rock's forgotten past. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to Rock Lore. We're here every week, unearthing more forgotten classics, telling more untold stories, and keeping the spirit of rock and roll alive for generations to come. Join our growing community of rock fanatics. You don't want to miss what we dig up next. Want to keep the journey going? If you love the untold stories from 71, you absolutely have to check out our video on the wildest rock feuds of the 70s for more behind-the-scenes drama and legendary rivalries. If you're digging the deeper cuts and hidden gems, then our episode on the top 5 underrated prog rock albums you need in your life is your next stop. It's packed with mind-bending music you might have missed. And for another trip back to the very start of rock's heaviest sounds, dive into our special on the origins of hard rock, when the volume went to 11. It's the perfect companion to today's journey. There's always more to explore here at Rock Lore. Which of these forgotten gems from '71 was your favorite? Did we miss any essential one-hit wonders from that year? Let us know in the comments below. Your insights help us discover even more rock lore. Until next time, keep the volume up and keep the rock rolling.